On modals of certainty and uncertainty. Before I start, let me review how to use modals. There are two major points that you need to understand. First, modals go before the verb. So, for example, I make a sentence, he studies English, but if I add the modal might, I have to add it before the verb. So I would say he might study English. All right. So the verb always goes after the modal, or I should say, the modal always goes before the verb. The second major point that I want to talk about is that they change the verb into the base form. So they put the verb in the base form. So here I have the present progressive, and my be verb changes. He is studying English. Here I don't have the be verb, I have is, or the form of it. But if I add the modal could, then my be verb changes from is to be. It's now in the base form. So we would say he could be studying English. All right. Without could, I can say he is studying English. With could, he could be studying English. All right. Let me give you another example. Here I have has and have. Again, having the presence of a modal changes the verb into the base form. So I definitely would say she has a car, and but when I add the modal may, then my verb changes from has to have, and I would say she may have a car. All right. So without my modal, she has a car. With my modal, she may have a car. All right. So to summarize, don't do this. Don't use infinitives. She might drive. Okay. Don't use to. Don't use ing. He may drive. Don't use the past tense. It could drive, not drove. And don't use the singular, third person singular. He will drive, not drives. Okay, so just remember, use the base form: drive, run, okay, sit, sing. All right. There are 9 modals in English: can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, and must. But there are also several phrasal modals, such as used to and have to. But today we are only going to focus on 4: will, may, could, and might. So those are my 4 modals that I will talk about today. If I want to say that I'm certain, 100% certain of a future, about the future, then I would use the modal will or won't. And that says that I'm certain, that I'm sure, that I know this will be the outcome. This will be the future. The example the book gives us is Emma when she is talking about nuclear accidents. And she says, if there is an accident, then it will be huge and it will have long-term effects on the environment. You see, she says will 2 times. She's 100% certain. She basically knows that's the future. Okay? Let me give you a better example. The sun rose today. It rose yesterday, and it rose a long time ago. Will the sun rise tomorrow? Yes, the sun will rise tomorrow. I know it. So that's a certainty. I'm 100% sure. I know it will rise tomorrow. Okay. That's a good example right there, I think. Let's talk about modals for uncertainty. Let's say I'm not certain. Let's say I don't know. I'm just guessing. So then I would use modals, the modals may, might, and could to say that I am uncertain about the future, that I am just guessing. And while I know the sun will rise tomorrow, and I am 100% sure, if I say may, might, could, I'm only 50% to 80% sure. So, for example, here's the example the book gives us. We will briefly discuss how this type of farming could, might, may solve some of the environmental problems we are now facing. Is this speaker sure? No, he's not. He's only guessing. He's not certain. He's uncertain. He's 50 to 80% certain. So he's just guessing. Let me give you a better example. Clouds. This man is standing on a mountain and he sees many clouds and he is guessing that it might rain tomorrow. He's not 100% certain. No, he is uncertain. He is only guessing. So he says, so he thinks it might rain tomorrow. It might rain tomorrow. In contrast, if I know, if I'm 100% certain, then I would use will. I know the sun will rise tomorrow. I'm not guessing. I know the sun will rise tomorrow. So, let's talk a little bit about this. How strong do you want to make yourself sound? Using will makes you sound certain about what you are saying. However, using could, may, might is usually safer. Here's a little fun activity. It's not homework, but you may want to try doing this for some English fun. Do a Google search for future predictions. Count how many times you see the modal will in the answers, in the predictions. And then count how many times you see the modals could, might, and may. And then stop and think. Is the author sure or unsure? Does he know or is he just guessing about his or her predictions? And this concludes today's presentation on modals of certainty and uncertainty. If you have any questions, please email me and I will be glad to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you for watching.